everyone. Today we're back in the kitchen and it's about time that we made the mint salve from the mint infused oil that I had done a few weeks ago. So this was using my dried mint from the herb garden and sunflower oil, and it's been sitting since July 15th. I have a little sticky and it's ready to be put into the mint salve. I'll actually link my previous video when we did the mint infused oil. I'll link it in the description if you want to have a look at that process. It was super simple and it was using the dried mint. I think you could probably do something with fresh mint for a salve, but we did the dried mint. It's been sitting for a while. Oh, and there is a requirement that we may want to add in some additional peppermint essential oil. So I'll have to grab that. I've tried to be organized and I've gotten set up. Okay, we'll give this a try. So I'm pretty all set up and ready to go. I have my peppermint infused oil, and I did get a package of the beeswax pellets. And this was, I wish I had waited to open the package because it was actually a really hard, flat package. And then when I opened it up, it's almost like the pellets started popping. And so now they're like loose little balls of beeswax. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to drain the peppermint infused oil. So I'm going to get the dried mint out of it. And I'm just using my strainer or colander. And then I think I'll just push it down with like a spoon or something just to get maximum oil out of it. Okay, so far so good. I didn't actually know how this would go. I'm getting a nice smell. It's not as strong as an essential oil, that's for sure, I'll just get a fork and see if I can help this along. Okay, most of the oil has come out. And actually the dried leaves still, they feel kind of dry still. I'll just give them a little push. Okay, so I'll move this into the sink. Okay, so we have the oil. I'm just going to give this a smell. Super subtle mint, but it's nice. It almost does smell like mint tea. Okay, so what we have to do is 3.5 ounces of the mint infused oil, and then 1/2 ounce of the beeswax. And then you add 35 to 40 drops of peppermint essential oil, which I found my little peppermint essential oil. So we'll add that. So what we're going to do is take the oil and the beeswax, put it into a heat-proof glass measuring cup, and then we're going to put it into a pan that has a few inches of water to create the makeshift double boiler. And basically we're just going to melt the wax. We're going to bring the temperature up to medium, melt that wax. And once that's happened, we're going to add the peppermint essential oil, and then we're going to pour into our containers. So I think I've got way too many containers prepped, but I don't want to be ill-prepared. So I thought I would get a little bit more. Plus, I'm not sure how much this will do because, okay, let's look at this. It's 3.5 ounces of mint. So if I'm using this, I'm just going to see if wouldn't it be great if my measuring cup had that? 3.5 ounces. Well, I don't see. Oh, there's ounces on the other side. Okay, I missed it. Okay, so this is actually 12 ounces. So I'm only going to do the 3.5 though because I'm nervous about if it doesn't turn out. I'm going to start small, everyone. We're starting small. So I'm going to go with my little guy here, 3.5 ounces. So I'll pour this one in. Oh my gosh, I did it. I think I did it almost bang on. I'm going to do a tiny little bit more. Okay, so I've got 3.5 ounces of the oil. So now I have to do a half an ounce of the beeswax. So I'm using a simple kitchen scale. So what I'm going to do is make sure, okay, it's on ounces, but what I'll do is take a little cup and then I'm going to reset it. Okay, so it's at 0. So now I can put this in to find out the half an ounce, right? Like, I'm just going to pour it in. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so it said, so half an ounce would be 0.5 and we're at 0.45. We're at 0.5. Okay, so there's a half an ounce. So this is actually kind of a small recipe. So it's just that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the stove where I'll heat up. I've got the water in a pan. And start to heat that up and get ready with my, so I think this might make like one of these. Maybe two. So I actually was interested in the word salve because I wasn't quite sure exactly what it was, but it is a type of rub, or I think it's a bit harder than a lotion. So it has medicinal or healing properties using essential oils. So this is my first time doing anything like this, and I'm really excited. As you know, I'm on my mint journey. And so if nothing else, the smell of mint and the feel of mint is relaxing to me. So I feel like having a peppermint salve just on hand to rub on my hands in particular would be quite soothing. So I'm gonna give it a try. And if it works out, I mean, I'm sure this is like absolutely lovely for gifts. Okay, we're starting to heat up over here. So it did say to have it on medium heat, but I cranked it up to high. And it's getting warm. And so it doesn't say anything about boiling it, but it just says, gently bring the temperature up to a medium low and let the container stay in the heated water until the wax has melted. So I'm turned it down to 4, and then I'm gonna put the oil in now. Well, I'm gonna put here's what the little pellets look like. So I'm gonna put that in. I'll make sure I get them all out. So I don't wanna, we measured this. There's a few stuck in the glass container. I'm gonna get every last bit, or at least as much as I can. Okay, and we've started to boil over here a little bit, so hopefully this is okay, but I'm going for it. And I'm gonna be cautious because my handle's gonna get hot there. I mean, if this works, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the oil. And I certainly have enough of the beeswax pellets. Those are kind of new to me, so that was kind of fun to try. And yeah, I think I could probably get a few jars of this. And after you seal it and it sets, it doesn't say anything about refrigerating it. I think it's just in the mix. You can use it right away. So we may have to go with a time lapse for this. It's taking a bit longer than I thought, but I think it's because of the glass measuring cup is quite thick. So to heat it probably takes a lot longer. Okay, you probably can see, but I turned it up a little bit too. Okay. Oh yes, now we've definitely got it melting. Boy, it really took a lot longer than I thought though. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I'm going to substitute out these little, they're thinner glass jars, and I think I was using them to store my dried mint, but I don't think they are strong enough for like tempered glass, so I went and got my little mason jars. So I'm gonna end up doing it in the little mason jars, and it does say to add about 25, I think it said about 25 drops. I'm just gonna go for it. Well, yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, now it smells so good. Okay, I think that was probably about 30. I think it said 25 to 35. Okay. Oh yeah, there's the mint. Can definitely smell it now. So I'm gonna go ahead. Now this handle actually, while it was even on the burner and everything, it never actually got hot. So this is actually gonna be quite good to pour, and it has, I'm just going for it, everybody. So I'll fill it to the, okay, it's gonna do 1.5 of these. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I wanna bring you in so you can see it up close. So what I'm gonna do is let it dry or let it set, and then I'll use mason jar lids with it now, but my thought is that it will set and become a white salve. So I'll show you the finished product and we'll see how it goes. Then I will attempt to use the remainder of my oil over here and do it all again, filling the jars. But this was just a good test to see if it all worked. And thank you for joining me.